We're still up on the tripod. Good morning, everybody. Jasper here. We have just reached the 5th line of mono. Yes, we did. So, even though I wasn't 100% sure by any means at all of my camp location last night, once I crossed that little gravel road and carried on into the forest, well, there was all kinds of absolutely amazing and perfect camp spots. That's always the case, by the way. You'll pick a camp and you get up in the morning and you walk another quarter mile or whatever, and there's some beautiful ones, but you know, with the Tim Hortons and a pool and, you know, bar pool, room service. Well, maybe not. But anyhow, I slept well. I heard maybe 2 cars go down that gravel road after I climbed in my bunk at about 7:30ish, 7:45. Nobody bothered me, and of course I didn't bother anyone else. And I had a nice sleep there, and this morning, on my wake up, oh, we have a side trail. Let's just see what it says. Glacier Valley Side Trail. Well, we are at Glacier Valley. Well, that sounds exciting. I wonder if that's like a kin cousin to Silicon Valley. Oh, I don't think so. Oh dear. Oh dear. What did Jasper have for breakfast? We're in a silly mood this morning. Anyhow, day 6. Whoop. We've, oh God, a couple of kilometers in so far. It's warm again, but it's not supposed to be as hot as it was. I think today's high is going to be about 25 degrees, and yesterday I think it hit 33, 32, 33. So that's good. Amazing. Day 6, no rain of any kind. So far on trail. A little bit of a climb here. Puffing and panting like an 80-year-old man would. Although I'm not 80. I'm still in my prime. Oh dear. Bugs. Woo-hoo. Oh dear. Okay. Let's get this climb done. The sunrise poking, diffused. Bright orange ball. Just poking through the trees. Oh, that pretty awesome. Oh yeah. Just one of the several reasons why I like to start really early on a morning, get up before sunlight, or before light at all, before dawn. 4 a.m. Anyhow. Whew. So, when I just turned on my GoPro, on the GoPro Hero 8, now this particular camera, I mean, it has been through hell with me, and I have had used this one for years. It's done the Colorado, the Appalachian, it's done the Bruce Trail Yo-Yo, it's done, I don't know, the Ganaraska, it's done the Oak Ridges, it's done another through hike of the Bruce Trail, it's doing this hike of the Bruce Trail. But I think I mentioned it before, maybe even shown you, the back of the screen is beaten all to rat shit. I mean, this thing, no idea how it keeps working. And it's not working as well as it should. But anyhow, when I went to turn it on just now, I noticed a little side dot over the battery compartment was now missing. Now they kind of pop off very easy and you have to be very careful. I don't know where it is. It's possible it's inside my tent, but I don't know. I'll have to look when I put my tent up tonight. So that's unfortunate, but I'm gonna have to be careful. I'm gonna have to put a band around it or something, make sure the battery stays in there. I do have a backup battery with me, of course. I also notice the batteries don't last very long anymore. I have my new one, GoPro Hero 9 Black at home. A couple of ounces, maybe an ounce heavier than this one. Slightly bigger, but I think I'm going to have to start using it more. And secondly, something that I always do, and I don't know why, I don't know how many times I've done this, 5, 6, I don't know how many times, but I use an articulating arm to extend my GoPro. I'm using that arm right now, but I'm using it folded. And it's just like a little stick when it's folded, a little handle. Because I'm showing you the trail, I'm not kind of doing a selfie with it or anything. But 6 or 7 times now I have lost screws out of, remember on the Appalachian? Oh yeah, out of that arm. I did it again day before yesterday. So again, I've got that jimmy rigged up. Anyhow, just the trials and tribulations of your gear on trail. It's very, very, very difficult to keep everything just the way it should be. Maybe I'm just super sloppy. I don't know. Day 6 progresses well. We're doing fine. We're feeling good. We're feeling strong. And we're pushing miles. The maple syrup park. It amazes me every time I come through here. There's got to be miles. I don't know how many or how much of a distance of maple, sugar bush maple kind of lines, the blue lines there are, but there's a lot. These folks are serious about their maple syrup. On this property, in fact, I can just see it through the trees. You won't see it through the trees yet, but there's a gazebo. Maybe we'll just sit there for a moment. Take a 2-minute break, 5-minute break. Roots. Look at this part here. It's raised up above the trail, an archway for the hikers. Isn't this amazing? I wonder how many liters, quarts, gallons these folks get from their sugar bush. Probably lots. I hope they get lots. Okay, day 6. We're doing fine. Hey, by the way, in about, I don't know, I'm going to check when I get to that gazebo. I'll say 8 kilometers, 7.5, 8 kilometers. We're going to hit County Road 9, Highway 9. And there, oh look, I guess this is where they boil and stuff. The sugar shack and all that stuff. Anyhow, County Road 9, and we have a Tim Hortons. So we will be taking a break for sure at that Tim Hortons, getting some town food. But up here is the gazebo. So we're going to sit there. We've pretty much taken a break there every time we've been through here. Gazebo's right ahead of us, right on the trail. Perfect location. Okay, let's enjoy a 5-minute break. Welcome to the Bruce Trail. The Bruce Trail is Canada's oldest and longest marked footpath, stretching almost 900 kilometres. It's actually a little over that now, I think, along the Niagara Escarpment from Queenston to Tobermory. And over here it says, you are here. Okay, 5 side road. Okay, heading south to Mono Mills. Okay, let's do it. Beautiful doe, right somewhere in there, if you can see her. Oh, there she, oh, there's 2 of them. I didn't see the second one. Oh, one fell over. Oh my, there they go. I had no idea there was 2 of them. I hope you got to see those. Oh, they're still there, but they got in the forest. Wow, well, that was a little treat this morning. So that now brings a total to, let's see what we've seen for wildlife now. That brings a total to 4 deer, one porcupine, 1 snake, 2 wild turkeys, and a whole bunch of day hikers. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, that was special. I know in the GoPro it doesn't show it to you very well, but I was about 50 feet away from those deer. Well, the first one that I saw, anyhow. Okay. Let's keep pushing south, heading towards, I guess it's Highway 9, and our Tim Horton break. I don't know. 6 kilometers, maybe 5.5, maybe. Don't know. We'll see. Let's keep going. As we're heading down this beautiful, beautiful forest section of trail, and yesterday and today was pretty much all forest. Yesterday from around, after the first 5 kilometers or so, seemed to be a lot of beautiful forest, and today also. But anyhow, as we're heading down this beautiful forest, let's take a moment and talk a little bit about the equipment we're using, the gear we're using on this particular hike. Let's talk about my cook system. So as you know, again, if you follow my channel, you see I've tried different things over the years. I even have a video on just on cook system, so check that out. But recently, about 6 weeks or so ago, 8 weeks ago, maybe more, maybe 10 weeks ago, something like that, I did purchase a different system, a different pot. Now, first of all, cooking systems. I am totally, completely sold on cook pots with heat exchangers rather than cook pots without. Granted, you can get a titanium cook pot and lid, and I've used those and I love them, don't get me wrong. And they are lighter because they don't have the heat exchanger on the bottom. That's for sure. But anyhow, I do like the heat exchanger because I find it's just so much more efficient, especially in the warmer weather. Like on this particular hike, I'm bringing 500 mil, let's say, of water to a boil in like, I don't know, no time. And I'm using the Jetboil Stash. Now the Jetboil Stash is the ultralight version of the Jetboil, if you will. Of course, it employs the heat exchanger, just like all Jetboils do. But this one is their ultralight version, their lightweight model. It does not come cheap. I think nowadays with tax, it's about $200 for the whole system, which is essentially just the pot, the plastic lid, and the burner. Is it worth it? Well, I don't think any cooker system for hiking is worth $200. But it certainly does do a damn good job. Hey, I just noticed something up here, right up here, just on the right. I forgot about it for a few minutes, but right up here on the right was one of my overnight camp areas. There's a rickety old picnic table still here. Now, the first time I camped here, and I think the only time I camped here, was 2019, and it was on my first northbound Bruce Trail through hike attempt. There was my rickety old dinner table. There was a fire pit right down here, and right in here was my camp for the night. And it was beautiful, and I loved it. We're going to descend, I believe, shortly. And we're going to come out to Highway 9, and then, of course, make our right turn there to the Tim Hortons. So, yeah, cook systems. My Jetboil Stash is doing a fine job for me. It's done a lot of work for me. I can't recall everything it's done right now. It's definitely done the Appalachian for me. It's definitely done the Bruce Trail for me. Did it do the Colorado? Not 100% sure. When I bought mine, I got it on a Black Friday deal. And I think I paid $135 for it. I think now it's 185 or something with plus tax. So 200 anyhow with tax. Secondly, while we're talking about gear, let's just bring an update to the Durston Xmid 1. Now, sometimes I found with certain gear items, people jump on a bandwagon. So I'm not knocking in any way, shape or form. Don't get me wrong. Dan Durston's from British Columbia, his creation of his cottage industry, lightweight, ultra lightweight backpacking gear, which is tents and backpacks right now. He has the X-Mids, the X-Mid Pros. He has the Kakwa backpacks. And I purchased, as you know, the X-Mid 1. It was my first single person tent. It's a sill poly. It weighs 28 ounces. It's a double wall, because up to now I haven't come across a single wall that I actually like due to the condensation issues. And I've mentioned the stakes. We won't mention them again after today, but the stakes are garbage that they send with them. You have to get different stakes, and I think when you're paying $500+ for a shelter, it should at least come with decent stakes. But anyhow, they saw fit not to. And when you see these reviews for some of this gear, like this tent, everybody's saying, oh, this is amazing, this is amazing, this is amazing. Now, I have a lot of experience with tents. I have thousands and thousands and thousands, I don't know how many, 10, 20, 30, 40, I don't know how many thousands of miles I have on trail. And different tents, different cook systems, different shelters, different shoes, different sleeping pads, different sleeping bags. I don't know what. Different everythings over the years. And I think the Durston X-Mid 1 is a good tent, don't get me wrong. And I think if a person went out and purchased that tent, and let's say it was their first tent for backpacking, lightweight, or they'd always used a single man tent, I think they would probably be very happy with it. I think it's a great tent in bad weather. Now, I've only had, since I've owned that tent, I've only had one experience in heavy rain with it. And it did remarkably well. The sill poly material and the design of it, it just sheds the water like it's great. However, I still don't think it's the cat's meow. I really don't. I've used it quite a bit, obviously now. I'm using it on this through hike, and we're going to continue to use it. We have no way of changing it anyhow. But I find going from a two-person to a one-person extremely restrictive. That's why I say if all you've ever used is one person, well, that might be a different story for you. The fact that it's a trekking pole tent is the only reason it's lighter. That's it. It's got no other reason than that. So if you don't carry trekking poles, and I recommend that you should anyhow, but if you don't, that's up to you. I wouldn't hike without them. Then you're not really at a benefit, because you have to get poles. So is it the, is it the ultimate? And by the way, he does an X-Mid 2, a two-person tent, and maybe that's what would have been better for me. Doesn't come in much heavier, I don't believe, but some heavier. The tent I used before that, and the tent that I still have, is my Big Agnes Copper Spur UL2. And I got to be honest with you, that tent I've loved. That thing has gone through hell. I've owned it for quite a few years now. My daughter's bought it, as you know, and it's gone through hell. So we've made it to Highway 9. Now, you could actually cheat. Go straight across the road. It's a busy road, but you could go straight across the road and save about 1.1, 1.2 kilometers. But that wouldn't allow you to stop at Timmy's. We're going to cross this highway at the traffic lights, and that's where the Timmy's is. You can see a blaze on the other side of the tree, or the other side of the road. That's for the northbound hikers, telling them to go to the traffic lights too. But as I say, you could just go right across the street. You just got to be careful. Tim Hortons. Why not? Just take a look at this beautiful, beautiful grass. There's also a blaze, by the way. Maybe right somewhere there, going into the forest. Over here, well, there's a blaze right there. And there's another one up there with a left turn on it. So the Bruce Trail goes right along the edge of this particular grassland. Now this grassland, I believe it's called Maple Grove, I think. Could be wrong. There is a sign up there with the name on it in the parking area. I think it's called Maple Grove. It's on a dirt lane. And over on that side, there's another section to it behind those trees. Maybe you can see that little dirt pathway. There, they have porta potties. That little blue item over there, that's a spigot with beautiful, beautiful, like spring water. I've just taken a buff bath, which was really nice, and filled up my water bottle. It's portable, it's drinkable water. 2019, I camped right there on my Bruce Trail through hike. I was coming through here, and the weatherman was saying at 6 o'clock we're going to get some horrendous thunderstorms coming through. And it was about 3:30. I thought, that's a little early in the day, but this is such a beautiful spot with, and they had garbage cans then too, with garbage cans, picnic tables, grass, running water, and porta potties. I thought, you know what, I'm going to take it. Well, and I was happy I did. The thunderstorm didn't come through till about 10 o'clock at night. But yeah, great place to camp. Just along the Bruce Trail. Oh, I don't know. It's not far. Half a mile if that. 600 meters it says. Oak Ridges Moraine Trail. The Western Trailhead. We know that Western Trailhead well. Myself and Andre, hiked that particular trail. What year was that? 2021? We hiked that trail together, and that's where we finished, and we walked right out to here, and then we got picked up by our trail angel Joanne, and she took us home. Now then, that was a 7-day hike, 270 kilometers. It was only 7 days because I was doing it with Andre. It would have taken me 9 or 10 by myself. Probably 9. I don't know. Anyhow, I'll show you the trailhead once we get to it. Nostalgic. I'm thinking of I might try to do that trail again this year because I did enjoy it. The hardest part is getting from Toronto Union Station, where I can kind of go train to from where I live, from there to Walkworth. And that is where the trailhead starts, is in Walkworth, the eastern section. So here the Bruce Trail makes a right turn, but just slightly ahead of us and on the left, the Oak Ridges Trail. And I thoroughly enjoyed this trail, and I always said, for somebody looking to do their first through hike at 270 kilometers in length, we are here, and off we go. Palgrave. Look, 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 here's the map. So it goes. Here's the map, 270 kilometers, and it goes to Walkworth. So that's where I got to get to, is this Walkworth. There's Coburg, Port Hope, Coburg, Walkworth. So as you come this way, we'll cross the Ganaraska Trail. Here's the Ganaraska, we've done that before. I just checked the time. 1:30 right now. Definitely is a little cooler today, that's for sure. I mean, it's still a nice, warm kind of summer's day, if you will, but it's much cooler than the 32 to 33 we had yesterday and the day before. So the weatherman's 24 is probably close. Anyhow, just thinking, I'd like to be at camp a little earlier today, only because yesterday it was later. I was good and tired. Would like to just lay in the bunk just a little while and relax a bit. We'll see. We'll see if that's going to happen. On a gravel road, just came out of the forest. In fact, we're going to make a turn down here, and about halfway along there, that road, a gravel road like this, is a river, and that's where we're going to get our camp water from. Seems early, but I don't see anything else as positive, definite, for quite a ways after that. We've got that 1.86 kilometer hike down Airport Road. That's a busy road, and we'll make a right turn off Airport Road at that point and head back up and into the forest and so on. And it'll be that direction once we get past Airport Road and so on, where we'll be making our camp. But that won't be for a while yet, of course. Okay, let's just keep pushing south. Let's just see how far we get. But again, we're going to have a bit of a carry with water. However, I'm not seeing too many climbs. There are some, but I'm not seeing too many on this kind of section this afternoon. So it makes life a little bit easier carrying all that water. Okay, let's keep moving. With Airport Road about half a kilometer ahead of me, we're going to make a left turn on Airport Road, and 1.86 kilometers later we will make a right turn, and I'll be glad when we make that right turn. Airport Road is not my favorite road to walk down, but I did just filter 2.5 liters of water, so now we have camp water. We're at about 23.5 kilometers in for the day. So we're at about 25 when we make that turn, 25, 26 when we make that right turn off Airport Road. And then I'm thinking another 4-ish kilometers, around the 30-ish for the day. And it should still be easy going and early enough just to kind of have a nice, kind of relaxing evening. Yesterday, as I said, was a little later. The terrain doesn't look too bad. In fact, it looks pretty flat. So that'll be okay. Let's see how we make out. This old church with its outhouse, privy, with electricity and super clean, never ceases to amaze me every time I come past this place. The grounds, pristine, beautiful resting place for the people. Oh yeah. Bright sunshine, my goodness. But where I was sat at the back of this church just for a few minutes, just for a break, the breeze was nice, it was cool. And the sun, hot for sure. Where are we? Well, we're at St. Andrew's Stone Church, circa 1853. Right on St. Andrew's Road. Yep, just came past the horse stables and barns and so on. And the trail continues for a little while, down St. Andrew's Road. Okay, we are going to take, it's a little after 4 now, about 4:15. We've got our 30 in for today. So we're going to look for the next available, suitable camp spot. We have our camp water, and we're going to relax and have dinner, set up camp. Oh yeah, day number 6 is coming to an end, but not yet. Look at how beautifully kind of, what we call it, kind of a light green of that tree. My goodness, isn't that lovely? Oh yeah. Okay, let's keep moving. A lot of people do ask me about my camp spots. Well, right there is a gravel road. That gravel road is the Bruce Trail, as well as being the gravel road. I can't tell you what the name is right now, but I'm heading towards Forks of the Credit, that's for sure. I crossed, I think it was Mountain Road, I crossed that a ways back. My camp spot tucked down here, best I could find. Oh, there's probably something better down the way, but I didn't see anything for quite a while that was worth having at all. That wasn't on private property. Right here I'm on town or government property. Anyhow, this is going to be my home for the night. I'm all set up and it's just fine. I have had much worse than this, believe me. Would this camp spot work for everybody? Most definitely not, no. It'll work for most through hikers though. We've all had worse. But you know what? It'll be fine. Whenever I get a site or a spot that I think, well, it's not the best by any means, but tomorrow I'm going to do better. So tomorrow I'm going to do better. Get a better one. Day 6 comes to an end. 34, 35 kilometers today. Not sure, haven't done my log yet. Check the map, but it's been quite a big day. I'll talk to you later. Have a good night. Day 7 starts bright and early in the morning, and we'll see you then. And I will be posting my progress today on the Bruce Trail Facebook page. Talk to you later. Have a good night. Bye bye.